in a theater.
Friends of the arts, your host for the evening, Queen Latifah.
She wears her Kennedy Center Honors Medallion.
I was born in Newark, New Jersey in the 1970s. In the midst of political turmoil and a nation reeling from crisis after crisis. You could say it was a heavy time for our country. But something extraordinary was also happening. Artists were pushing boundaries and searching for new truths. Pressure was creating diamonds out of coal. In Boston, Bonnie Raitt's slide guitar echoed with raw emotion. In San Francisco, Francis Ford Coppola and the Grateful Dead were reshaping film and music. And in Cuba, Arturo Sandoval was finding his voice in jazz. While across the river from my hometown, the Apollo was live and jumping.
Audience members smile as they applaud.
With legends like James Brown, Aretha Franklin, and Stevie Wonder. That's what artists do. We find hope in heartache and hard times. And now more than ever, we need artists to help us uncover our shared truths. One story, one riff, one lyric at a time. So tonight, we're gonna celebrate what unites us, and most importantly, let's party. Welcome to the Kennedy Center Honors.
A band plays behind her.
Let's do this. Come on, y'all. Clap your hands. I know y'all know this one. I said I know you know it. Come on. People are talking about people. I hear them whisper. You won't believe it. They think we're lovers, kept under covers. I'll just ignore it, but they keep saying that just a little too loud. Stare just a little too close. We stare just a little too long. Maybe we'll see it. Someday we don't stop it. Let's give them something to talk about. Yeah, come on. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. How about let's go.
People in colorful bear costumes walk across the stage.
Come on. Break the dead hills. Telling me town ain't got no heart.
Dancers perform around Queen Latifah.
Maybe this closes midnight. In the dark of the moon besides. Maybe the dark is from your heart. Maybe the dark is from your heart. You know you got such dark eyes.
Queen Latifah approaches the piano player.
We've all learned a couple of things, really important things from Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather. First, never underestimate the power of family, your cinematic family.
Robert De Niro sits at the piano.
Don't ever take sides against the family.
Robert De Niro, ladies and gentlemen.
He winks at the audience. Smiling, Queen Latifah plays a cowbell.
Let's go. Come on, Ricky, let's bring this thing home. You told me, leave you alone. My father said, come on home. My doctor said, take it easy. Oh, but your loving is much too strong. I'm married to your Come on, y'all.
The dancers leave the stage and Queen Latifah faces the audience.
And now please welcome the 47th class of Kennedy Center honorees.
The honorees each wear a rainbow ribbon medallion.
The heart of blues, Bonnie Raitt.
Smiling, Bonnie waves from the honoree balcony.
Woo! The visionary of cinematic art, Francis Ford Coppola.
Francis grins, then waves to the crowd.
the pulse of Latin jazz, Arturo Sandoval.
Arturo holds up both hands, then blows a kiss.
The soul of American culture, the Apollo.
Michelle Ebanks walks out.
The spirit of music and adventure, the Grateful Dead, baby.
The band members smile as they enter the balcony.
And please keep it going for the Vice President of the United States and second gentleman, Mr. Douglas Emhoff.
Vice President Harris enters the balcony with her husband Douglas. They wave to the crowd.
And now please welcome the President of the United States and First Lady, Jill Biden.
Jill enters the balcony first, followed by President Biden. They both wave to the audience.
From Washington, D.C. and the United States National Cultural Center, it's the Kennedy Center Honors. Please welcome Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
On stage, the large screen shows an image of Bonnie Raitt. Julia steps up to the mic.
Thank you. When Bonnie Raitt recorded the opening line of John Prine's Angel from Montgomery in 1974, she sang these words, "I am an old woman." She was not an old woman. She was 24. But she was an old soul. It doesn't matter what she's playing or singing, Bonnie Raitt has the widest musical range of any popular artist I can think of, no matter the genre, no matter the tempo, no matter who wrote it. It's her old soul that just grips us. It draws us in, and it won't let us go. She connects to all of us in a very singular way. I don't know if you can learn to do that. I do know you can't fake it. Bonnie Raitt is just completely real. It's her genuineness. That's what kills you, right? Song after song, Bonnie Raitt is entirely authentic. Whatever she sings and plays, you know instantly that it's Bonnie Raitt. It's just all red hair and no bullshit. Right.
Bonnie smiles. Sitting next to her, Arturo laughs as he claps.
Tough and tender, all heart, but with that Bonnie swagger, that get-it-done attitude. Just the way she holds her guitar, my God, come on. Nobody holds a guitar like Bonnie Raitt. Authenticity, you know, a kind of rightfulness. And that's why we're gathering here tonight, to honor that whole authentic package. Singer, guitar player, songwriter, artist, inspiration, leader, activist, humanist, and old soul, Bonnie Raitt.
Bonnie puts her hands together and holds them to her face.
And now, here to perform that cornerstone of Bonnie's immense repertoire, Angel from Montgomery, please welcome Emmylou Harris and Dave Matthews.
Looking stunned, Bonnie says, "What? Oh my God." On stage with Emmylou Harris, Dave Matthews plays guitar.
I am an old woman named after my mother. My old man's another child that's grown old. If dreams were lightning and thunder desire, this old house would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living. It's just a hard way to go.
The screen behind them shows a crescent moon.
When I was younger,
I had me a cowboy. You weren't much to look at, just a free rambling man.
But that was a long time. And no matter how I tried, these years just flow by like a broken down dam. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. But just give me one thing that I can hold on to believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
Smiling, Dave hugs Emmylou. The screen behind them now shows a full moon. Dave waves to Bonnie, who stands in the balcony and smiles.
We love you, Bonnie Raitt.
Julia returns to the stage.
Music and protest have always been a part of Bonnie Raitt. When Bonnie sees a problem, she works to fix it with music. She fights for social justice, the environment, human rights, ancient forests, Native people, and for blues and music education. I swear to God, you guys, I'm just scratching the surface here. I could honestly go on all night. She is the original musical good deed doer.
Bonnie smiles.
She's an inspiration. She's a light for all of us. I love you, Bonnie Raitt. Let's take a look at Bonnie in her own words.
Subtitles appear. Bonnie, let's talk about the way you got into the blues.
Well, I grew up here in California, in Los Angeles. Right around that time, there were the Beach Boys, and surf music was the big thing back then. And I'm a redhead and don't get tan very well.
Footage shows Bonnie as a young woman.
I've never really been mainstream. I got the picture early on that women had to do all this stupid stuff to make themselves pretty and liked, and I just didn't dig it. I agree that my music isn't that commercial, but you gotta love it and not do it for commercial reasons. I am an old woman, named after my mother. I mean, it's unheard of for me to say to an executive, don't ever tell me what to record or what to look like. I don't want to be a star. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. You cut off a wine bottle neck or a gin bottle or something like that. You just make the noise by sliding it.
At performances, she plays guitar with a homemade slide.
I got to be around my heroes, all these older Delta bluesmen. You know, I felt like I had a mission to put across some of the music that was really undervalued. The public at large didn't know who I was, and all of a sudden, my record went to #1. People are, who's this 40-year-old Cinderella, you know?
Okay, Nick of Time album, Bonnie Raitt.
She wins a Grammy.
I went into hyperspace, and it was just like those dream moments where the audience is like, and then you're just telling yourself, is this real? Blues is about men and women and problems you have, and I've definitely had my share of problems. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed. I just wanted to sing songs about redemption and grace. I think it's medicine for these difficult times.
She performs at demonstrations.
The justice fight, the equal rights fight, the environment, the inequities in our society are just too huge for me not to pay attention. Don't patronize. Being an artist is to open yourself up to examination by yourself and see what happens. And I think the more personal and honest you are, the more deep the connection with your audience is. intelligence, my musical taste, my politics, my anger, my frustration, my hurt, my eroticism, my joy. All those things are part of who I am. And I want to be remembered for the full spectrum. Knock on wood, I can still sing and draw people, and I'll still have the same hairdo in 20 years.
The footage ends.
And now, Grammy winners Brandi Carlile and Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow plays piano as Brandi Carlile stands nearby with a microphone in hand. The screen behind them shows a woman's silhouette.
Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize me. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here at the door, these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. And I can't make you love me if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come, and I'll do what's right. But give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. And you can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here at my door, these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. And I can't make you love me if you don't. And you don't. No, you don't.
Looking emotional, Bonnie stands up in the balcony. On stage, Brandi and Sheryl hug. Bonnie smiles at them and puts her hands over her chest. Brandi and Sheryl both bow. Bonnie gestures to them and mouths, "Thank you."
Up next, rock and roll legends unite to honor Bonnie Raitt with a timeless performance. Plus, Queen Latifah and Dave Chappelle take us through the iconic history of the Apollo. And later, Lawrence Fishburne, Martin Scorsese, and more gathered to pay tribute to the godfather of cinema, the 47th Kennedy Center Honors. This is CBS, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Round out your protection with life, phone, and pet health insurance.
8-year-old Bonnie got her first guitar as a Christmas gift. The rest is history. Thank you, Santa. Over the last 50 years, 13 Grammy Awards, 31 nominations, more Grammy performances than any woman in American history.
In the balcony, President Biden shakes Bonnie's hand. Julia stands on stage.
As a slide guitarist, she is without peer. B.B. King called her the best damn slide player working today. But she's so modest that the closest you'll get to a boast from Bonnie Raitt is when she says her slide guitar playing sounds like bacon smells. Yum. The root of Bonnie's artistry lies in the blues. And now, here with a Robert Johnson classic that Bonnie recorded for her debut album, Give It Up for Keb' Mo' and Susan Tedeschi.
Bonnie claps and cheers. On stage, Keb' Mo' and Susan Tedeschi both hold guitars.
Bonnie, on behalf of everyone you've championed over the years, let me just say thank you.
With a slide on his finger, Keb' Mo' plays a resonator guitar. Susan sings.
Woke up this morning, down for my shoes. Nobody there, and I got there. Me don't walk the blues. Well, I woke up this morning, feeling round for my shoes. Well, don't you know about that, honey? Got there. Me don't walk in blues.
Well, I feel like growing my old lonesome horn. Got up this morning, my little Bernice was gone. You know I feel, Lord, I must have like growing my old lonesome horn. I got up this morning, all I had was gone.
Susan begins to play her electric guitar. Behind them, the full band joins in.
She got the elegant movement from her head down to her toes. Breaking on the dollar city. Where she goes, she got the elegant movement from her head down to her toes. Wait a minute. You know she breaking on the dollar anywhere she goes.
Well, now, some people tell me the world of blues ain't bad. Lord, it's the world's most feeling I think I most ever had.
Some folks tell me,
Bonnie dances.
you know, old blues ain't bad. I got the West Coast feeling
I most ever had.
Standing up, Bonnie pumps her fist.
We love you, Bonnie. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Bonnie mouths thank you and applauds.
Please welcome Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Jackson Browne.
I've known Bonnie for a long time, since right before each of us put out our first album. We met at a club we were both playing. She looked like Little Orphan Annie, and she sounded like Mae West. This sassy and provocative stage presence of hers belies the person she is at her core. Highly principled and fiercely committed to justice, to fairness, and inclusion. There's really no way to sum up the love you feel for a friend of over 50 years, and for someone who's been a sister to me. And on behalf of the countless people who, like me, live their lives to the sound of your voice, Bonnie, I'll just say thank you, and I'm so proud of you.
Looking emotional, Bonnie gestures to Jackson.
Coming together to sing this iconic and pivotal song of Bonnie's, please welcome Sheryl Crow, James Taylor, and Arnold McCullers.
Jackson joins the other three musicians at center stage. They each stand at microphones, and James Taylor plays guitar. Bonnie dances. James Taylor sings.
I see my folks are getting on, and I watch their bodies change. I know they see the same in me, and it makes us both feel strange. No matter how you tell yourself, this is what we all go through. Those lines are pretty hard to take when they're staring back at you. It's hard to take. Scared to run out of time.
Jackson Browne sings.
When the choices get so hard, so much more at stake. Life gets mighty precious when there's less of it to take. Scared to run out of time.
Arnold McCullers takes the lead.
Just when I thought I'd had enough, and all my tears were shed, no promise left unbroken, there were no painful words unsaid.
You came along and showed me I could leave it all behind. You opened up my heart again, and then much to my surprise, I found love, baby. Love in the nick of time. Love in the nick of time. Love in the nick of time.
Bonnie looks touched as she smiles. She mouths thank you several times. All of the performers walk out on stage. They blow kisses and wave to Bonnie. Everyone in the honorees balcony gives a standing ovation.
Coming up, Sima Funk, Pedrito Martinez, Trombone Shorty, and more light up the stage with a Cuban funk classic you don't want to miss. And later, Maggie Rogers, Leon Bridges, and David Letterman pay tribute to the Grateful Dead. The 47th Kennedy Center Honors will continue. This is CBS.
33 albums, 10 Grammys and an Emmy, and the Medal of Freedom. Arturo Story's the American story, a nation of immigrants, a nation of dreamers, a nation of freedom. Congratulations, Arturo. God love you.
On stage, the large screen reads, Why the Trumpet? Narrated by Wynton Marsalis.
Why the trumpet? What is it about this instrument that calls to a young boy from the dusty outskirts of Havana and transforms him forever? After all, it's merely 6 feet of coiled brass from mouthpiece to bell, interrupted by 3 simple valves. But in his hands, it transforms.
Footage shows Arturo performing.
Every breath becomes the sound of the skies. Of a heart beating beyond borders and boundaries. These notes aren't just music. They are a declaration of creative expression. The trumpet's sharp, clear tone cuts through the air, much like the soul of the artist who holds it.
Arturo dances as he performs.
Uncontainable. The trumpet's power grows in his hands. Every note, every improvisation, every solo is a quiet rebellion. Whispering his discontent, roaring his frustration, declaring his love.
A Cuban flag hangs on a building. Glimpses show Arturo.
Through the trumpet, the boy from Cuba becomes Arturo Sandoval, a master of his craft, a virtuoso whose trumpet speaks for generations. What began as a curious connection to this instrument becomes a life.
He records in studios.
The music not simply entertaining, but also revealing, expressing.
A mural depicts him playing.
And ultimately saving. By the trumpet, this is why. Because this is not just a trumpet. It is the voice of a soul that refuses to be silenced.
The stage screen shows an image of Arturo.
Please welcome Andy Garcia.
Wearing red framed glasses, Arturo smiles and applauds. Andy Garcia stands on stage.
I'm so excited to be here tonight to tell you about my incredibly talented friend, Arturo Sandoval. I've had the great privilege to play him in a biopic for Lover Country, where I learned so much about him. Arturo, the son of an auto mechanic, found the trumpet when he joined his hometown's Artemisas marching band, where he learned to read music. And despite some early setbacks, his talent and work ethic eventually turned him into a great musician and an exceptional trompetista. Along the way, he discovered jazz. And for the first time Arturo heard an album by Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker, it was like hearing something he had no idea even existed. And yet, he felt like somehow he already spoke the language. He was hooked. He became obsessed, and when jazz music was banned in Cuba and marked as the music of the enemy, Arturo went to jail rather than to forego the pleasure of the art form. So how does a musician who craves a genre of music that endangers him express that longing and that trauma? He learns to play notes in octaves most could only dream of. And if you ask him how he does it, he'll say with a smile, "You tighten your butt very hard and then you blow."
Arturo chuckles.
It's true. I've tried it. It doesn't work for me. Arturo spoke very little English when he arrived in America 35 years ago, but now his English is worse.
Arturo smiles and laughs.
He also continues to defy the rules, and he creates something new by helping to establish the band Irakere. Under the pressure of the government to not play jazz, but with an immense need to express themselves, Arturo and his bandmates, and the likes of Chucho Valdez and Paquito de Rivera, to name a few, masked the jazzy improvisations they loved inside both experimental and traditional Afro-Cuban rhythms. It had never been done before, and the world loved it. Arturo blew into his trumpet, shouting his annoyance right in the oppressors' faces, all the while standing in the spotlight and soaking up their applause. Arturo, tonight, in your honor, we've gathered some friends, old and new, for this tribute. So please welcome Sima Funk, Rubén Rodríguez, Pedrito Martinez, Yacer Tejeda, Randy Becker, and Jose Cibaja, with trombone shorty and the founding member of Irakere, Chucho Valdez, to perform Irakere's Bacalao con Pan.
Arturo applauds with a wide grin. The ensemble performs on stage. The stage screen shows colorful, moving images. Sima Funk and Jose Cibaja dance as Trombone Shorty plays nearby. The various musicians take turns performing solos. In the balcony, Arturo says something to Bonnie and points to the stage. Chucho Valdez plays piano. Arturo dances in his seat. Rising from his seat, Arturo applauds with a smile. The performers wave to him from the stage.
Next, our tribute to Latin jazz master Arturo Sandoval continues with Andy Garcia, Chris Bodie, and Debbie Allen. Still to come, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and a stunning performance by Grace VanderWaal in honor of Francis Ford Coppola. This is CBS.
Andy Garcia stands on stage.
Arturo's life changed when he heard that first jazz record, and it changed again when Dizzy Gillespie descended on Cuba on the first post-revolution cruise ship allowed from America. That encounter was the start of a lifelong collaboration, with Dizzy drafting Arturo to join his United Nations Orchestra. Touring with Dizzy turned Arturo's yearning for freedom into a burning desire for a new life in America. And with Dizzy's help, Arturo declared his intention to defect in a daring middle-of-the-night visit to an American embassy, finally realizing his dream of freedom. Please now welcome a musician who shares Arturo's love for the trumpet, the amazing Mr. Chris Bodie.
Holding a trumpet, Chris walks on stage.
Arturo Sandoval, you are the trumpet master. It's my great honor to perform for you tonight in your special evening. And I know this is a song that you deeply love. This is written by the legend, Mr. Charlie Chaplin. This is called Smile.
Chris stands at the front of the stage with a piano player behind him. The screen displays a colorful image of Arturo playing trumpet. Arturo stands and applauds.
Please welcome 2021 Kennedy Center honoree, Debbie Allen.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so thrilled to be here to celebrate the genius and generosity of Arturo Sandoval. Our first collaboration was right here at the Kennedy Center, Pepito's Story, 1996. I directed and choreographed. Arturo wrote the music. And his genius and his generosity were apparent. That generosity, I know, is what drove him to establish the Arturo Sandoval Institute. I know Arturo regards Así as his greatest creation, impacting future generations by helping thousands of young musicians continue their musical education. I love you, Arturo. I was thrilled to be asked to restage your Grammy Award-winning A Mis Abuelos, featuring the world-class flamenco dancer Timo Núñez, who was 9 years old. Arturo, remember when we did Pepito? He was 9 years old then. So please welcome Timo Núñez, Yacer Tejeda on guitar, and the first woman to win a Latin Grammy for Producer of the Year on flugelhorn and trumpet, Ella Brick. Mis Abuelos.
Debbie blows a kiss to Arturo, who grins and applauds. As Yacer Tejeda strums his guitar, Timo Núñez walks onto the stage holding a long cape in his hand. He wears a black flamenco costume with a shimmering vest that hangs open, exposing his bare chest. Ella Brick plays the flugelhorn. Dancing at center stage, Timo twirls the shiny cape. The screen behind them displays music notes. Timo struts along the stage, then twirls the cape over his head and around his body. Timo hooks one side of the cape around his leg as he spins. Arturo watches intently. Holding the cape with both hands, Timo throws it off the front of the stage. He dances in place with rapid steps. The screen behind them rises, revealing Chucho Valdez playing with the other musicians. 8 female dancers in bright red dresses join Timo at center stage. The dancers twirl around him. They spread out on stage as Timo leaps and dances. He throws his vest over one shoulder, then smiles at the audience. Jose Cibaja plays a solo. Now playing trumpet, Ella steps forward. Timo performs quick dance moves with the female dancers behind him. A close view shows his shiny black boots. Arturo dances in his seat. Dropping to his knees, Timo waves his arms. He stands back up, then moves among the female dancers. The dancers move around Timo in a circle, twirling and kicking their legs. Timo and the dancers drop to the stage and strike a pose. Among the musicians, Andy sits at a set of bongo drums. Arturo blows a kiss as he cheers. On stage, the performers gather together. They wave and point to Arturo.
Next up, Queen Latifah, Kamasi Washington, and Ray team up to show off the incredible 90-year history of the Apollo. Plus, Miles Teller and Chloe Sevigny rock out to the one-of-a-kind performances in our Grateful Dead tribute. This is CBS.
Places in America capture the essence of freedom more than the Apollo Theater, where black excellence is celebrated, not denied, reminding us all that black history is American history, for God's sake. Black culture is American culture.
The screen shows images of the Apollo.
Good evening and welcome to the famous Apollo. Tonight, you're in for a night that bridges the past and present and celebrates the institution where legends are born. Without further ado, the one, the only, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah wears a sparkly white dress.
It's 1934. For decades, black folks have been fleeing the violence of the Jim Crow South, and now Harlem has become a black metropolis. It's also become the place for artists hoping to find their voice, their audience. And what's more liberating than the freedom to authentically express yourself? For years, African-American entertainers have performed for exclusively white audiences at places like the Cotton Club. But entertainment mogul Sidney Cohen, the theater's very first owner, is shaking things up by opening the doors to everyone. And now Amateur Night becomes a home and platform for those dreamers who come to the city with nothing but passion and a prayer.
The screen changes to a different image.
It's 1955. The Apollo Theater is the heartbeat of black America. Racism is alive and well on 125th, but all of the legends in music, comedy, and dance are performing regularly here. And that Amateur Night audience, woo, is notorious for booing people before they even step 1 foot on that stage. If your stuff isn't tight, the Sandman will come and yank you off. It can be terrifying for performers, but also forces you to dig deep and rise to the occasion. As social and political changes challenge the theater's existence, the Apollo stands strong, its legacy rooted in hope, resilience, and liberation.
A modern image appears.
It's 2023, and the Apollo is legendary, not just for its talent, but as a sacred space where black art and culture come to life. Kamasi Washington is the theater's second ever master artist in residence. And he's brought together a new generation of creatives who are boldly carrying this legacy forward. The Apollo's torch is still burning bright, lighting the way for those who dare to dream.
Playing saxophone, Kamasi Washington walks to center stage. The screen displays an image of Ella Fitzgerald, then shows archive footage of the Apollo. People stand in a long line outside the theater.
We used to go down to the Apollo on Amateur Night, and there were two sisters who were the dancingest sisters in the world, called the Edwards Sisters. When I saw those ladies dance, I said, there's no way I'm going out there and try to dance, because they stopped the show.
Photos show Ella Fitzgerald performing.
And when I got out there, somebody hollered out in the audience, what is she going to do? And I remember I went up, and they said, oh, that girl can sing. And I won first prize.
Voice of Guthrie Ramsey, musicologist.
When Ella Fitzgerald wins and goes on to build this great career, it really gives us an idea about the importance of the Apollo. Who else would have given her a chance? Who else would have seen the potential? There are very, very few places that would have happened, except at the Apollo.
To all our beautiful folks in the building tonight, Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, give a big, warm Apollo welcome to the sensational Ray.
Ray walks on stage in an elegant black dress.
It's 2024, and I'm in South London, 3,500 miles from the Apollo. By some miracle, I've just heard I've been nominated for a Grammy, and I take a moment to consider the heritage that has brought me here, the music that has traveled through generations and around the globe, the music of Ella Fitzgerald and others whose journeys have inspired me first as a listener and now an artist.
President and CEO of the Apollo, Michelle Ebanks, applauds. The screen behind Ray transitions to dazzling lights.
You say you're lonely. You cried the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river. Cry me a river. 'Cause I cried a river over you. And now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. So what? Just cry me a river. Go ahead and cry me a river. 'Cause I cried a river over you. Over you. You drove me and you drove me out of my head. Said, well, you never shed a tear, babe. I remember all that you said. You told me love was too plebeian. Told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, go on and prove that you do. Go ahead and cry me a river. I'd like to see you cry me a river. 'Cause I'm tired of crying over you. Thank you.
In the honorees balcony, Michelle rises to her feet and applauds. President Biden claps as he stares toward the stage.
Our tribute to the Apollo continues with Dougie Fresh, Dave Chappelle, and unforgettable performances by Savion Glover and the War and Treaty. And still to come, Don Was leads a supergroup in a jam-packed tribute to one of the greatest bands of all time, the Grateful Dead. This is CBS.
The stage screen displays archive footage.
1968. It was the Black Lives Matter moment of the 1960s. James Brown knew that he could speak to black people in a way that few others could.
Camilla Forbes.
It was at the Apollo in which James Brown rally cried to the community, "I'm Black and I'm proud." That wasn't just a performance. That was an opportunity to really be in dialogue about what was happening and how we needed to continually embrace our own identity.
Voice of Herb Boyd, activist.
The Apollo has always been like a hub, you know, on 125th Street. So what he did here had a multiplying effect throughout this community.
Footage shows a variety of performances at the Apollo.
The Apollo is a gathering space. The Apollo is a community hall. It's a symbol and a catalyst amongst American culture.
President Obama sings.
So in love with you.
The footage ends.
Dubbed the world's greatest entertainer, the phenomenal Doug E. Fresh.
Hello, everybody.
He stands in the audience.
That was me. How y'all feeling in here? Y'all okay?
If you're happy to be at the Kennedy Center Honors, make some noise, please. And if you love the Apollo, make some noise. Now, I am the fifth element in hip-hop, and I created this thing called the beatbox. For example,
He steps up onto the stage as he performs. He approaches a carved stump.
this tree here is called the Tree of Hope, and anytime we got on stage, we had to rub it, and it was a ritual. Over 50,000 amateurs got on there, and they had to rub this tree, and it goes back to 1934, the Tree of Hope. Now, I don't know if you know, but it's my job tonight to hype y'all up. That means all y'all up at the top, and I mean all y'all down here too. Because the man that's coming to the stage right now, he credits the crowd at Amateur Night with making him the fearless comedian that he is today. And we know him, we love him, we appreciate him, we celebrate him. Kennedy Center Honors. Please give it up for the one and only, loud and proud, Mr. Dave Chappelle. My brother.
Dave Chappelle walks on stage and slaps hands with Doug E. Fresh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Doug leaves.
Thank you very much, Doug. That intro was almost as nice as the one you gave yourself. My favorite part of freedom is art. Could you imagine living in a world where you couldn't say what you feel or think or have to act in a way that's unnatural? This country, 90 years ago when the Apollo started, was like that for African Americans. But the Apollo Theater was a church we could talk like ourselves to ourselves. When I was 15 years old, I won a contest here in Washington, and the prize is I got to go perform at Amateur Night at the Apollo. That's right. All the contest winners got put on a bus. We met at Howard University, and the bus took us to Harlem. And I gotta tell you, I never felt excitement and fear like that. And I walked into that hollowed stage, and right before I went on, I remember I rubbed that log, the log of hope. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't work. Man, it went so bad. I was doing good for a minute. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but this one guy in the front decided he didn't have time for it. Boo, he said. I said, oh no, here it comes. And then everyone just started booing, and it was like I was outside of my body watching it happen. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The black community agreeing on something. And then a siren goes off, loud siren, and the dude they call the Sandman will come out dressed like a clown, and he'll dance you off the stage and swing a bat at you. I was 15, but I can remember thinking to myself, man, I want to beat the out of this guy. It all happened so fast. But that night was the night that I first had the courage to be myself, because before that night, nothing scared me more than being rejected by an audience. But when it happened, I realized, you know what? It's not that bad. And everyone's backstage was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then the guy that went on after me, which made it worse, did a fantastic job. Got a standing ovation. And you want to know who it was? Exactly, I don't remember either. Thank you very much, Apollo Theater, for inspiring me and all my heroes.
Dave leaves the stage. The screen shows an image of Howard Sandman Sims. Archival footage plays.
In Harlem in 1948, a young Howard Sims is working odd jobs to make ends meet and performing on street corners hoping to find fame and success as a dancer. When he discovered Amateur Night at the Apollo, he saw it as a beacon of hope and stepped out onto that stage to make his debut. The audience booed him off on 10 separate occasions, but he kept returning and eventually won a record-breaking 25 times.
The footage shows Howard dancing on a sandbox.
By the mid-1950s, he created the character and tradition that has become synonymous with Amateur Night, the Sandman. For 5 decades, he made sweeping, unpopular acts off the stage into an art form with his humor and signature style of dance. Many legends had paved the way before him, and he went on to influence generations of dancers that would emerge after him.
A montage features dancers.
From the Lindy Hop to the Harlem Shake, breakin', tap, jazz, vogue, Dance at the Apollo is an expression of hope, resilience, and Black liberation.
The footage ends.
Get ready for a performance like no other. The man who never misses a beat, the legendary Savion Glover.
On a small platform, Savion Glover tap dances in the middle of the stage. Wearing black shoes with heels, he quickly moves his feet. Behind Savion, the band performs.
1, 2, 3, We're gonna have a funky good time. We're gonna have a funky good time.
Close views show Savion's feet as he taps. He swings his arms.
We're gonna have a funky good time. Look at the bread.
Savion moves back and forth across the small platform. Savion rapidly taps his feet. He nods at the band, then turns to the audience and bows. In the balcony, Michelle Eubanks stands and applauds. Queen Latifah returns to the stage.
We've traveled through the moments that made the Apollo ground zero for Black art and Black artists. That's why it's been called the soul of American culture. And tonight, we create another historic moment as the Apollo becomes the first institution to receive a Kennedy Center honor. Yes. Now, please, allow us to take you on one last trip through time at the Apollo with husband and wife duo Michael Trotter Jr. and Tanya Trotter, known as The War and Treaty.
The stage screen reads, The War and Treaty. Holding hands, Michael Trotter Jr. and Tanya Trotter walk onto the stage together.
In 1969, Marvin Gaye performed at the Apollo with a heavy heart as he saw his duet partner and dear friend Tammy Terrell in the audience, and her health was failing.
Tammy drew on the spirit of this place, the strength and the hope the Apollo inspires, and joined Marvin on stage for one final song. And tonight, we dedicate this performance to their bond, their music, and the power of the Apollo that brings us all together.
The band plays behind Michael and Tanya.
Like a sweet morning dew, I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. With arms open wide, I threw away my pride. I'll sacrifice for you, dedicate my life to you. I will go where you live. Come on, baby. Always there in time of need. And when I lose my will, you'll be there to push me up the hill. There's no looking back for us. We got love, shown up, that's enough. You're all I need to get by. Come on, y'all, right here. Come on. Yeah.
Everyone claps.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me. Yeah. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby. Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. You ready? 'Cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting through. Remember the day I set you free. I told you you can always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me. Somewhere tonight. But baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough
Kamala Harris and her husband share a kiss.
to keep me from getting to you.
Michael gives Tanya a quick kiss, and they beam at the audience. Everyone gives a standing ovation. The other Apollo performers all gather on stage.
Coming up, Grace VanderWaal joins modern cinema legends, including George Lucas, Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino, as they gather to celebrate their mentor, Francis Ford Coppola, the 47th Kennedy Center Honors. This is CBS.
Francis Ford Coppola. Over 6 decades, he would write, direct, and produce over 70 films, taking big swings to pioneer innovations in filmmaking and to explore who we are as a nation. I say congratulations, Francis, and thank you for all you've done.
Please welcome 2009 Kennedy Center honoree, Robert De Niro.
Robert walks on stage.
It's impossible to keep up with Francis Ford Coppola. While we're reacting to the past and riding the zeitgeist of the present, he's somewhere off in the future, daring us to catch up. His movies can be challenging, and then, in the blink of an eye, they're acknowledged as classics. Without Francis Ford Coppola and Godfather Part 2, I don't have this career. And it's not just me. Francis generously brings all of us into his world, into his family, into his dreams. And what dreams they are. Huge, epic, impossible. Impossible dreams? Not for Francis. Nothing is impossible for Francis. From the film Megalopolis, please welcome Grace VanderWaal.
Wearing a long, strapless dress, Grace VanderWaal stands beneath the spotlight. Orchestral musicians play behind her.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, then my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. The world would be better for this than one man, scorned and covered in scars, stood strong with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
The stage screens display glowing balls of light that drift around Grace and the musicians. Grace gazes upward as she stands at the microphone.
And I'll always dream the impossible dream. Yes, and I'll reach the unreachable star.
In the balcony, Francis smiles and applauds. The stage screen displays an image of him.
Please welcome 2015 Kennedy Center honoree, George Lucas.
George Lucas walks onto the stage.
Thank you. Francis is a visionary, a filmmaker who invented new ways to tell stories. He has written, produced, and directed every kind of movie: art film, war movies, musicals, legal dramas, period pieces, science fiction, and family movies, most notably about the Corleones. We first met when I was a graduate student at USC in the late 60s. I had just received a scholarship to work at Warner Brothers. The first day I walked in, I was told, well, the company's been sold. There's nobody here. Jack Warner just left. You probably passed him on the way out. There was only one picture being shot in the back lot. Go watch that. The movie was Finian's Rainbow. And when it wrapped, Francis leaped into his next project, a small art film with a crew of just 12 of us. The Rain People was my initiation into the Coppola family. Every night was an Italian dinner. My job was to be an all-around assistant and film a behind-the-scenes documentary. Francis's son, Gio, was my talented camera assistant, and his 4-year-old brother, Roman, was his assistant. Francis' extended family includes so many young filmmakers. Some of my happiest memories are gathering at his winery to encourage each other and share crazy ideas. For 7 decades, Francis has shared his unique way of looking at the world, and now that vision is not just his, it's ours. And we have a seat at his table. From Apocalypse Now and Megalopolis, please welcome Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence walks out. On the stage behind him, George Lucas, Grace VanderWaal, and Robert De Niro sit at a long dining table.
Good evening. In 1976, I was a 14-year-old skinny punk kid from Brooklyn. I was on location in the Philippines filming Apocalypse Now. I'd been there for 3 months. I had not shot one scene. Finally, my time came, and it's the scene with the tiger in the jungle. Some of you may remember. Never get out of the boat! Right. So, during a break, Francis and his art director, Dean Tavoularis, his cinematographer, the great Vittorio Storaro, they're all sitting on the bow of the boat under a tree, and they're talking about their journey to getting the film made. They're talking about the Vietnam War, which had just recently ended, and they're talking about why it's important to make this film, and more importantly, why it's important to make art. So where was I? I was sitting in a tree about 10 feet above the bow of the boat, listening to their conversation, just listening. And somehow in my tiny teenage mind, I understood that these young men were true artists. Francis, as their leader, had a vision. He had a purpose. He had something that was very inspiring, and then something else hit me. And it was that if these cats, these artists, brought my narrow little ass with them, then maybe I could be an artist too. So Francis has showed me, like he's shown all of us, the risks that a great artist must take, and that great art is usually created by those who are willing to chance it all. And Francis has been chancing it all his entire career. He is always getting out of that nice, safe boat. On his 80th birthday, he had a big birthday party at his winery up in Napa, and I learned at the party that he had started an orchestra. Of course he did. I mean, who among us has not started their own orchestra, right? So he's conducting, the band is playing, the children are there, the children's children are there, the family, the extended family, the guests, everyone's dancing, and I'm struck how beautiful it is, and I realize, oh my goodness, he's doing it. He's being that man. He's being that teacher, parent, provider, protector, godfather. Before I close, I just also want to express my gratitude to Francis and to his beloved wife of 62 years, Eleanor Coppola, who recently passed away. Francis and Ellie embraced me into their larger family, treated me like a child of their own. And this not only set me firmly on the life of artistry, but it ultimately changed the course of my life. It gave me a sense of purpose. It gave me a vision for my future. And when I think back to that moment up in the tree in the Philippines, listening to him dream out loud, I realize how lucky I am that he brought me along on the journey. And I love you with all my heart. Thank you for bringing me along. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to bring to the stage Kennedy Center 2016 honoree, Mr. Al Pacino.
Lawrence joins the others at the dining table. Al Pacino walks on stage wearing his Kennedy Center Honors Medallion. He stands at a tall podium. Francis applauds.
When I think of Francis Ford Coppola,
I recall lines from a Robert Browning poem. Ah, that a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? Francis, you never stopped reaching, setting your artistic goals higher and higher. Francis is a trailblazer who breaks rules, all of them, all the time. In his latest reach to push cinema further, Megalopolis, amazing, out of the box, epic of a film, he broke the most important rule, Hollywood's first commandment. Never put your own money in your own film. For Apocalypse Now, he put up his house with his wife and 3 kids in it. There's an oft-told story about how Francis fought for me to be the Godfather, and that's true. But there's a little more to it. Yes, Francis did fight to keep me and others, but he was fighting most for his films and his vision. Francis fights for his art, and we were all part of his vision. What distinguishes his movies is they're not just museum pieces with artistic merits. They're also pretty darn entertaining. I honor you, Francis, a hero, my friend, and my Godfather. I am so eternally grateful to you, Francis, what you did to my life.
Francis stands in the balcony.
Up next, Martin Scorsese and members of the Coppola family join the party to honor the godfather of cinema. And later, Dave Matthews, Don Was, Maggie Rogers, Derek Trucks, and more close out the night with a Grateful Dead favorite. The 47th Kennedy Center Honors will continue. This is CBS. Please welcome Talia Shire and Jason Schwartzman.
Yo, Adrian.
Francis yells from the balcony.
I'd like to take you back in time and share a story. This is before the polio vaccines. Francis got polio when he was 9 years old, and it took a year to walk. During that time, when he finally got home and could use his hands and his arms, he started to make little puppets, puppet theater. And I think that was the beginning of Francis's great gift. He could weave characters and stories, and he entertained my terror away. That table is not just a table, it's a place where Francis shares food and wine, where ideas flow, and creativity is nurtured and scripts are read. Tradition matters deeply to Francis, to his entire creative family, and that table has become a symbol of our bond.
Tonight is meaningful because the Kennedy Center honorees truly belong to America, and nobody is more deserving of this most American of honors than my mother's brother, my uncle, Francis Ford Coppola.
Jason Schwartzman blows a kiss, and Talia Shire mouths, "I love you." The stage screen shows Francis.
Movies are a living art form that tries to illuminate life for people.
I'm going to make them an offer they can't refuse.
Help them see the world they live in as clearly as possible.
A montage features his iconic films.
We live in a world right now that needs a cinema that sheds light on life.
In Apocalypse Now, soldiers crouch on a smoky battlefield.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
On relationships with men and women, family and ideals.
Because a man that doesn't spend time with his family can never be a real man.
We are creatures of feelings. I have crossed
oceans of time.
And those feelings get linked.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
And if you go back and think on that subject, it could break your heart again.
Stay gold, pony boy. Stay gold.
Archive footage shows Francis behind the scenes on different film sets.
I do believe that artists have to not be afraid of risk.
It's not a matter of asking someone to let you make a movie. It's to announce that you're making it.
Risk is part of the artistic formula that you have to sometimes leap into the unknown to express how you feel.
More glimpses show him directing.
Now I know. And I'm a person who takes things to the brink, right on the point of disaster.
Explosions tear through a jungle.
When you do something a little different from what you're used to, you never know exactly how to do it. You kind of discover it as you work on it, and it tells you how to do it. Every minute is an experiment.
But it's what I've done my whole life.
Did you ever consider quitting?
How am I going to quit for myself? I'm going to say, Francis, I quit.
The loner, the dreamer, the crackpot who comes up with some crazy idea that everybody laughs at, that later turns out to revolutionize the world.
Explosions go off and thick smoke rises. More clips appear.
What I've learned is that the stuff that I got in trouble for, the casting for The Godfather or the flag scene in Penn.
All right, now you sons of bitches, you know how I feel.
Was the stuff that was remembered and was considered the good work. So you have to really be courageous about your instincts and your ideas.
I didn't make movies to make money. I did movies because I loved doing it.
Too bad it can't stay like that all the time. Nothing gold can stay.
But also the idea of art as play. It's such a joy to make films. What could be a better profession to dabble in the make-believe?
The footage shows Francis smiling as he works on various films. The montage ends.
Please welcome Francis Ford Coppola's granddaughter, acclaimed filmmaker Gia Coppola.
Smiling, Gia walks on stage. The others sit at the dining table behind her.
You all know my grandfather as Francis Ford Coppola, but all his grandchildren call him Dada, and his great-grandchild calls him Dada.
Francis smiles.
People often ask, is there something in the water we drink that makes us all want to be a part of the movie business? The answer is no. It's the wine. Our family is 5 generations deep in cinema. Our roots date back to Agostino Coppola emigrating to the United States from a small town in the south of Italy called Bernalda. He built the first Vitaphone used for the jazz singer, which introduced the sound era for movies. Agostino's son, Carmine Coppola, then became Oscar-winning composer. There's Francesco Panino, musician, playwright, and poet. And of course, my grandfather's legacy speaks for itself. My grandfather is the iconic filmmaker that he is, not just because of his brilliant understanding of character and story, or his insane grasp of history and art. It's because he can harness creativity like a magician. Our whole family is lucky to have a front row seat to many of Francis's magic acts. Dada makes the most mundane moments feel like he's pulling a rabbit out of a hat. My grandfather remains a big kid with a vibrant, playful imagination. It's why he's always making time to talk with young filmmakers. A relationship he describes as student to student because cinema is still being discovered. His boundless hunger for knowledge is what makes him the greatest teacher of all. Dada, we're all taking the lessons you taught us and creating stories of our own. Thank you for showing us the way. Most of all, thank you for teaching the world movies are magic and that magic is real. Please welcome 2007 Kennedy Center honoree Martin Scorsese.
As Gia joins the others at the table, Martin Scorsese walks onto the stage. He wears his Kennedy Center Honors Medallion. Francis rises from his seat.
The sauce was in the pot. It was on the stove. But it, had to be watched and had to be stirred. But the thing is, we were at my house. It was back in '76. Now, the problem was that we were supposed to screen a rough cut of The Last Waltz, film of mine, at MGM Studios that night. And the whole group of us, everybody wanted to go see that rough cut and see the film, come back and have dinner. But Francis had already started the sauce. And it's going to be like 3 hours of nobody watching the sauce because the sauce has to be stirred while you're away. So what to do? Well, Francis had this idea. He took my RCA 16mm projector, which, by the way, is very rare. I was very nervous. He took it, put it on a stand, placed it against the stove so it wouldn't catch fire. He took the wooden spoon that you stir the sauce with, and he put it onto the take-up arm. But he bound it onto the take-up arm of the projector. He now places the spoon in the sauce over a very, very low flame. He turns on the projector, and the rotation of the take-up spool stirs the sauce. So at this point, we all felt, okay, this is going to be fine. We'll go see the film. Well, we did. We come back 3 hours later, the sauce was perfect. The pasta was great. You see, I always think what Francis did that night was heroic. It was undaunted, inventive. It was the essence of creativity. Then, of course, there were other films. Now, the thing about Francis is that nothing stands in the way of his creativity. That sauce has got to be great, and that film has got to be great. Since we first met in 1970 in Sorrento, Francis has, guided me, advised me, inspired me in the Coppola house with Ellie and Francis in San Francisco in that wonderful time. It was open to so many hungry, crazy, budding filmmakers. I've always imagined that if Francis had been around in the late 19th century, if he'd stumbled into this new invention, this new art form of making movies, whether it was in Fort Lee or Los Angeles, those pioneers of cinema, Griffith, DeMille, Ince, Guy Blaché, Fairbanks, Pickford, Chaplin, he would have been in that group. The visionaries who invented the storytelling of the moving image, because at that time, it didn't exist. They had to make it up as they went along. They invented. But what he does is he reinvents, because he has the same spirit and vision that they had. He's up there with them. And constantly, time and time again, film after film and decade after decade, he reinvents, always expanding into new territory. Truly, Francis is one of the giants of our art form. There's no other way to say it. He tried to lift up our entire industry, all the time remaining very true to his artistic vision, constantly fresh and visionary. The Kennedy Center honor is bestowed upon people who do just that. The trailblazers, whose brilliance has changed the art form in our entire culture. And that's why tonight we honor Francis Ford Coppola.
Standing up, Francis mouths, "Thank you." The other speakers get up from the dining table and join Martin Scorsese at center stage. They applaud as they gaze up at Francis in the balcony. Francis blows a kiss.
Next, Miles Teller, plus Maggie Rogers and Leon Bridges kick off our Grateful Dead tribute with a classic. And stay tuned as Sturgill Simpson takes the stage with a special guest you'll never see coming. The 47th Kennedy Center Honors will continue. This is CBS. Please welcome the chairman of the Kennedy Center, David Rubenstein.
Tonight marks the 47th time the Kennedy Center has honored a group of distinguished icons for their transformative impact on our country and our culture, adding a new group of unique voices, stories, and legacies to the vibrant history that is the Kennedy Center Honors. Each of tonight's honorees has enriched our lives in so many ways, reminding us of the power that art has to bring us together in unity as an American people, no matter who we are or where we live. Simply put, the arts do so much more than just reflect the changes in our society. They can lead the way, and the Kennedy Center is proud to play its part in helping lead the way. On with the show. Thank you very much.
The Grateful Dead have long since transcended 1960 counterculture. Technical virtuosos fiercely dedicated to the craft, experimental, innovative, and brave. And there's still a lot of deadheads around.
Biden points to himself. Nancy Pelosi shows photos.
Okay, here we are. There's Mickey and Paul, and there I am with Bobby.
Standing on the moon, would you hear my voice come through the music?
With John Mayer.
If you know 2 Grateful Dead songs and you like one more than the other, you're a Deadhead. Fans of Grateful Dead come from all different walks of life. And the music of Grateful Dead is nothing without the community. It is a living, breathing co-op.
The word family comes to mind. Multi-generational enthusiasm. My generation, my children's generation, my grandchildren's generation.
To have a whole culture built around songs, it's pretty special.
I've got a friend somewhere. Friendships are made through this music, and friendships are kept through this music.
Footage shows fans of the Grateful Dead with Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield.
When the Dead played in Highgate in Vermont in the mid-90s, there were like 60,000 people there, and they shut down the interstate.
Being a Deadhead means quitting your job, going on tour, going to show after show, chasing that one jam you want to hear.
If you can get to the next town, the party never stops.
I went to the Fare Thee Well show with my husband and some friends.
Glimpses show fans dancing.
It was like nothing I'd ever seen.
They perform at packed venues with Nancy Pelosi.
The fandom is about the music. It's also about the being there. It's just something magical. Every single Grateful Dead experience is a unique one.
It's like being in elementary school in gym class with the parachute. Parachute goes up. They all get inside of it. The 3.5 hours of the show is being underneath that multicolored parachute.
Deadheads know what song is coming after the other song.
The first time I played a Dead song, I couldn't believe the reaction of the crowd. Certain pockets of them just came alive in a much different way.
They are the amplifier of the music.
You go to another place. They connect.
I'm just getting lost in the moment. That's what I feel when I go to a Grateful Dead show.
I love the shows for the shows that I wasn't passed out at.
When someone says to me, I'm not a Deadhead, I go, yet.
The montage ends.
Please welcome Miles Teller.
The band members clap in the balcony as Miles Teller walks on stage.
For the uninitiated, entering the world of the Grateful Dead can be intimidating. They are a band that comes with their own culture, their own folklore, and not to mention one of the largest music catalogs of all time. The Dead embody the spirit of adventure, and to them, there's no greater adventure than the present moment. They celebrate the ephemeral magic of the now through music, a little bit of mysticism, occasionally a healthy dose of some magic-inducing substances, so I've heard. But they gave up their egos in favor of the collective experience, coming together from a wide range of personal and musical backgrounds. You've got Mr. Bob Weir, a totally unorthodox rhythm guitarist who fashioned his unique style on jazz pianists. And not one, but 2 drummers, the R&B-influenced Bill Kreutzmann and percussionist Mickey Hart, who brought primal frequencies to the group sound. And, of course, the late, great Phil Lesh, a classically trained avant-garde composer whose bass was never simply keeping time, but charting its own course somewhere. But no one had a greater impact than Mr. Jerry Garcia.
In the balcony, Jerry Garcia's daughter, Trixie, applauds.
The virtuoso guitarist whose heavenly solos cut with an outlaw edge transported all who experienced them to other worlds. Their lyrics are cinematic meditations, frequently written by Robert Hunter. They're never explained.
The band members applaud.
Bill Graham once said, "They're not the best at what they do. They're the only ones that do what they do." The Dead are truly in a league of their own, and to showcase that tonight, we have a very special band led by the legendary Don Was. And here to kick things off with Friend of the Devil, please welcome Maggie Rogers and Leon Bridges. Thank you so much.
Maggie Rogers and Leon Bridges walk on stage. Beside the band, a hippie van features the Grateful Dead logo and colorful bears. The screens depict vibrant images.
I lit out from Reno. I was trailed back 20 years. Couldn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. I set out running, but it took my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Went to the devil, baby, you loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. I set out running, gotta take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Ooh, I got 2 reasons why I'm proud. It's lonely night. My son's name's Sweet Emily, and she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison babe. It puts us on my track. And if he catches up with me, I spend my life in jail.
Smiling, Maggie bows. In the balcony, the band members stand as they applaud.
Coming up, Chloe Sevigny, David Letterman, and a groovy performance by Dave Matthews, Derek Trucks, and Susan Tedeschi that'll shake things up. Plus a show-stopping finale performance you just can't miss. The 47th Kennedy Center Honors. This is CBS. Reconnect with the arts. Reconnect with travel. Delta is proud to be the official airline of the Kennedy Center Honors. Delta, keep climbing.
Let me introduce you to the fine folks we have assembled up here in this band. On the drums, we got Terrence Higgins and Kendrick Scott. Jeff Clementi on the piano. On the guitar, we got Rick Materatanda, the mighty Sturgill Simpson, and Phil's son, Graham Lesh. Now please welcome Chloe Sevigny.
Chloe walks on stage.
I first fell in love with the Grateful Dead when I was a sophomore in high school. Well, to be clear, I first fell in love with a boy who loved the Grateful Dead. It was all Dead all the time. Before long, I was right there with him at the shows, in the parking lots, driving up and down the East Coast weekend after weekend. Jerry Garcia once said, "The deadhead is that person that's looking for an adventure in America, a chance to get out and scare themselves a little, and maybe have a little trouble, but also find a lot of support and make a lot of friends." I've never felt such a level of camaraderie as I have among Deadheads. And I think that's because of the role they have always invited the audience to play in their performances. By not only allowing, but encouraging people to record their shows, nearly all 2,000 in some form, with tapes treated like holy relics and passed from fan to fan like treasured family heirlooms. It's also why they built the infamous Wall of Sound, the love child of some nerdy audiophiles and large doses of acid. The wall of sound was made up of over 500 speakers and amplifiers stacked on stage and took a small army of roadies to build and take down at every show. It was expensive, it was impractical, it was a pain in the ass. It was perfect. The music is all that mattered to the Dead, and they wanted to make sure everyone could experience the magic of it. Now please welcome Sturgill Simpson with a very special rendition of Ripple.
Chloe walks off stage and the band begins to play. They turn to the screen behind them, which displays Jerry Garcia singing.
If my words do glow with the gold of sunshine.
In the balcony, Bill Kreutzmann holds Trixie's hand as they watch.
On the heart, unstrung, would you hear my voice? Come through the music, would you hold it near as it were your own? It's handing me down.
Sturgill Simpson takes the lead.
Thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left out, son. I don't know. Don't really care. Let there be songs to fill the air. Ripple in still water. When there is no pebble toss, no wind to blow, reach out your hand. Your cup be empty. If your cup be full, may it be, let it be known. There is a fountain that was not made by the hands of men.
Graham Lesh sings.
Ripple in still water when there is no pebble toss, no wind to blow. You who choose to lead must follow. But if you fall, then you fall alone. If you should stand, then who's to guide you? If I knew the way, I would take you home.
Sitting by the van, Miles and Chloe applaud. In the balcony, the Grateful Dead band members stand as they clap. David Letterman emerges from inside the smoke-filled van. He wears his Kennedy Center Honors Medallion.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you know. I am so up. I'd like to apologize to President Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and of course, Doug.
Doug pumps his fist, then waves.
All right, let's talk about the Grateful Dead, shall we? I first knew the Grateful Dead many, many years ago when I lived in California. Jerry Brown was the governor of California back then, and we all loved Jerry Brown. Yeah. Because he was dating Linda Ronstadt. And back in those days, I hoped that I would be the next host of The Tonight Show.
David wears a serious look.
But most importantly, in those days, the Grateful Dead was the California State Band. I moved to New York and was lucky to get a talk show, and the Grateful Dead were on my show many, many times. When the band guested, beyond the thrill of the Grateful Dead live in Studio 6A, was the chance to listen to Bob and Jerry tell stories. Life on the road, Bob once told me, was more fun than a frog in a glass of milk. Frog in a glass of milk. You do the math. The Grateful Dead created an entire musical culture with its own rules and language, and the relationship between the Grateful Dead and the Deadheads is reciprocal. When I asked about letting fans record shows, Jerry said to me, the shows and music are always different, and when we're done, they can have it. And boy, that's certainly unique in the world of music. But that was the Grateful Dead policy, unique. And now their music fills the universe. When I was invited to be a part of this tonight, I said, I will do it if I can do one thing. And I happened to come across this about 6 months ago. I had not seen it in many, many years. It was from one of the shows that the Dead appeared, and it's video that is both ridiculous and I found quite touching. I hope you enjoy it.
In the video, Dave shows Jerry how to play guitar.
Down there. And then that's it. Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah, well, after a while, see these? You build up calluses like on my fingers.
I get it.
Okay, now go ahead and if you strum that.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. It's Proud Mary.
Really?
Yeah. Right. Great. All right. Working for the man.
Working for the man.
Never lost a minute of sleep.
I never lost a minute.
Practice that up. Maybe you can do it on the show.
Oh, thank
Great.
you. Pretty easy.
Oh, my goodness.
In the balcony, Trixie applauds and Bill Kreutzmann yells, "Thank you."
To me, that's worth the price of the tuxedo. Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome Dave Matthews, Susan Tedeschi, and Derek Trucks.
Holding an acoustic guitar, Dave Matthews walks out with Susan Tedeschi. Behind them, Derek Trucks plays guitar with the other musicians. Truck plays a solo.
Oh, you thought you was a cool fool. Never could do no wrong. You had everything sewn up tight. So how come you So tell them that you know me.
The band members applaud from the balcony. Queen Latifah returns to the stage.
It has been a fabulous night. Congratulations to our honorees, and thank you to all of our participants. You know, the Grateful Dead often close their shows with Buddy Holly's Not Fade Away. And that's the perfect song for this moment right now. So, thank you so much. Good night. Peace.
I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me.
Honorees and many other audience members dance. Derek Trucks plays a solo. Susan, Leon, and Maggie sing together.
Not fade away. You know our love will 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 not fade away. Fade away. No, our love will not fade away. No, our love will not fade away.